A man was waiting for a bus on Hollywood's famous Walk of Fame when a dog suddenly charged at him. Minutes later, he would be gone, and 4 people would be facing serious criminal charges. Millions of tourists visit Hollywood Boulevard every year. They come to see the stars, take photos, and experience a piece of movie history. But on May 20th, 2026, one ordinary afternoon turned into a tragedy that would make headlines across the country. 37-year-old Berry Le'Mar Henderson was standing near a bus stop on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. According to investigators, everything appeared normal until a pit bull suddenly ran toward him. What happened next would set off a chain of events that no one could have predicted. Authorities say Henderson reacted to protect himself during the encounter with the dog, but instead of ending there, the situation quickly escalated. The dog's owner, identified as Patrick Randall Perry, allegedly confronted Henderson moments later. Witnesses reported a heated argument as tensions rapidly grew. What started as a dispute between 2 people soon involved several others. According to prosecutors, surveillance footage captured much of what happened next. Henderson was seen moving through the crowded tourist area as multiple individuals became involved in the confrontation. Hundreds of people were nearby. Tourists continued walking past the famous stars embedded in the sidewalk. Street performers entertained crowds. Traffic flowed through the busy streets. Yet in the middle of all that activity, a dangerous situation was unfolding. Investigators say Henderson attempted to leave the area, but the confrontation continued. Witnesses described a chaotic scene that drew the attention of people nearby. Emergency responders were eventually called to the location. Henderson was transported to a hospital, where he later passed away from injuries sustained during the incident. As news spread, investigators immediately began collecting evidence. Detectives reviewed surveillance footage from nearby businesses, interviewed witnesses, and worked to piece together the timeline of events. The investigation quickly focused on several individuals believed to have participated in the confrontation. Days later, authorities announced multiple arrests. Among those taken into custody was Patrick Randall Perry, the dog's owner. Prosecutors later filed serious charges, alleging that the situation escalated far beyond the original encounter. The case shocked many people across Los Angeles, not only because of what happened, but because it happened in one of the most recognizable locations in the world. The Hollywood Walk of Fame is visited by millions every year. For many, it's a symbol of dreams, success, and entertainment. Few would ever expect such a tragic event to occur in broad daylight, surrounded by crowds of people. For Henderson's family, however, the location means something very different. Loved ones described him as a kind and caring person who was simply going about his day. They say he never expected that a routine afternoon would become his final one. As the legal process continues, investigators and prosecutors are still working to establish exactly how the events unfolded and who should be held responsible. But one fact remains undeniable. A day that began with a man waiting for a bus ended with a family mourning the loss of someone they loved. And it all started with a dog charging toward a stranger on one of the most famous streets in America. The question many people are still asking is simple: could this tragedy have been prevented?